One of the most underrated games of this generation, in my opinion, has to be Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation was a game that I picked up when it was on sale on the PS4, and it was something I was sort of interested in. I've always enjoyed the Alien films. I like the horror elements that they've incorporated into those films. Sure, some of the films were better than others in the series, but I've always enjoyed the Alien universe. I've always enjoyed these huge, scary-looking creatures put on the film. And when it came to video games, Alien games were kind of hit or miss. There was a lot of them, you know, that have come out over time. Alien vs. Predator on the Super Nintendo was probably one of my favorites in the Alien franchise, but most of the Alien games relied a lot on gunpowder and just, you know, blowing through waves of enemies and lots of action, lots of explosions, which is cool, but it really wasn't indicative of the Alien universe, in my opinion. But then came along Alien Isolation, a survival horror style game that was just really, really well done with awesome stealth elements as well. As a fan of games like Metal Gear Solid and Republic, I really enjoyed the stealth that you had to use in this game in order to advance and stay alive. Of course, the alien, the xenomorph, constantly coming after you really added a horror element to the game that really just sucked you into this universe. You never knew when that xenomorph was going to pop up and rip your head off. Running away, hiding from the xenomorph, it was just so well done. And so when rumors started spinning around that there was another Alien game coming out, I was pretty damn excited. I was like, great, I want more of this. I want a sequel to this game. Alien Isolation was so good. Give me more of this Alien game. Give me more of this Alien universe. Well, Alien Blackout was just announced as the next game in the Alien franchise, and I was like, yes, a new Alien game has been confirmed. What systems is it on? And I looked. You know what it's for? For mobile devices. They have put Alien on a mobile device. So what the hell is Alien Blackout? Why are companies doing this? Why is there such a big disconnect between reality, what gamers actually want, and what companies are doing? Sit back, relax, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Alien Blackout for mobile devices.
Hey, RGT 85. Hey, Sean.
Oh my God, it's Stevie Richards. So Alien Blackout is a survival horror game for your mobile device. Now, I've played horror games on the DS, the 3DS, the PSP, and like, you know, they're kind of scary, but they've never really been as intimidating as something like Alien Isolation was. Alien Isolation was a genuinely scary game. You play that game with the lights out, you're screaming at the top of your lungs because the alien is trying to find you and kill you. I don't think Sally and Tina sitting at the mall playing Candy Crush Saga are going to be like, hey, we should be playing, you know, Alien Blackout, because that's a better game and we can get scared at the mall. Like, I don't understand why you would make a horror game for a cell phone, and especially considering the fact that nothing on my cell phone has ever scared me. Well, there was that one time when I was talking with this hot chick and she was like, hey, I'm gonna send you a sexy pic, and I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, what you got? And then she sent me this. Love you, Eric. That's such a good pick. Look at that pie. Make sure you guys check out Eric's channel. I have a link in the description. But yes, Alien Blackout does have some information as to what style of game it is going to be, what the gameplay is going to be like, and what to sort of expect from this. Now, this is coming from the Variety.com write-up of the game, so let's read it over together, shall we? The terror of Alien is brought back to life in Alien Blackout. Try to stay alive while trapped aboard a crippled Wyland Yutuni space station carrying a deadly xenomorph as it tirelessly hunts you and the crew. Outsmart the perfect hunter by making perilous choices. Players must rely on the damage controls of the space station or risk sacrificing crew members to avoid deadly contact, permanently altering the outcome of the game. Survive 7 fear-inducing levels by remotely guiding Amanda Ripley's crew through increasingly challenging tasks using only the station's emergency systems. The uncertainty and unpredictability of both the alien and her crew can impose total defeat for Amanda and the space station. Players will need to use the space station's limited power supply to operate a holographic map, surveillance cameras, and motion tracker while trying to remain hidden and protect the crew. So basically what this is telling me is this is not the same style of gameplay that we saw in Alien Isolation that made it so intense and that made it so, you know, scary. Like, you're not actually controlling these people. It seems like you are remotely controlling these people. So sort of like a point and click style game where it's like, okay, go here. Okay, do this. Okay, go there. Like, that totally takes away from the immersion aspect of the game. That's what made the game so unique and so special. When I see something like 7 different levels, like, that's another thing something that totally takes you out of this experience. It shouldn't be relegated to levels and stuff like that. Levels have a beginning and an end, and it's like, no, this is stupid. The thing that made Alien Isolation was so cool was just the sort of natural progress that you had throughout this game. By segmenting it, all you're really doing and telling me is that more than likely you're going to have microtransactions out the ass. So I have to keep my crew members alive. Does that mean that if one of my crew members dies, that like I can just pay money in order to bring them back? Like I just hate this philosophy and this mindset that these companies have. You saw the backlash with Diablo Immortal, and it was like that was sort of justified in my opinion. I definitely understand why Blizzard fans would be upset by this, because they have been waiting for something new from Blizzard for a while. And while I'm not the biggest Diablo fan, I definitely sympathize with those people and understood why they would be upset. Now, as a fan of Alien Isolation, I am genuinely upset that Alien Blackout is a mobile-only game. I'm not going to be scared by playing my mobile device. I'm not going to want to play this on my mobile device. Why would you not want to put this on consoles where Alien Isolation was somewhat popular? Yeah, it wasn't like a multi-million seller or anything like that, but it did well enough in my opinion. I didn't hear anything too negative that this game didn't do all that great. Now, there is a gameplay trailer for Alien Blackout as well, and by looking at it, you could just see like this just feels weird. Like they don't really show anything. It almost has like a Five Nights at Freddy's sort of vibe to it. And maybe that's the audience they're going for, like that sort of younger demographic, but more than likely, if this is an Alien game, it's not going to be available to a younger demographic. It's going to have an adult rating or a mature rating with it that would prohibit these kids from playing this game. Like, maybe I'm just getting old, and maybe I'm just not understanding this mobile rise. Like, I get it, dude. Like, I understand that mobile games can be very profitable. We, of course, yesterday talked about how Nintendo is recording all these awesome sales in their mobile division, and they're making all of this money as seen in this graph that I have up on the screen. But the difference is this doesn't take away, Nintendo's mobile projects do not take away from their mainline projects. And I feel like that's the big disconnect that a lot of these companies aren't understanding. Nintendo does a lot of stupid things, like look at their online, like good God, please fix that already. But Nintendo seems to understand their fan base to somewhat of an extent. You know, they understand what their fan base expects. They're not just going to come out with a mobile game and be like, okay, this is the next mainline game. This is the next game that you're going to want to play. No, it's usually something that complements a game that already exists or a game that is coming out. These other companies don't seem to understand that. That's why people were so upset with Diablo Immortal. That's why people are going to be upset with Alien Blackout. The people that played this game on the PS4, the Xbox One, on their PC, they don't want to play it on their cell phone. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong on this. Maybe there's going to be people in the comment section that are like, well, I really am looking forward to Alien Blackout on my cell phone. I think it's going to be awesome. But taking away all the uniqueness of Alien Isolation, you know, taking away that survival horror element, that tense feeling of stealth, and, you know, have to stay alive and put it on a mobile device, and like maybe someone's going to say, oh, well, maybe they couldn't have really done anything more with Alien Isolation. That's bullshit. I could sit here and think of tons of great ideas that they could have done for a sequel of Alien Isolation. Here's one. What about co-op play? Imagine you and a friend having to get through the ship and avoid the xenomorph. Like, that would be so cool. You could do different things, like maybe throw something so that you could run one way and the aliens looking another way, or something like that, or even implement like an online mode like we saw with Evolve or something like that, where a player controls the xenomorph and then there's like 3 other characters who are trying to survive and avoid the xenomorph. Like, there's so much you could have done with the Alien Isolation universe. There's so much you could do with Alien as a franchise, but instead you regulate it to mobile devices. Honestly, just me personally, you know, a lot of people think that I hate mobile games inherently. I don't hate mobile games inherently. I understand there's a market for them, but when I see games that make good sense, that make sense for a console, when I see concepts that make sense for a console, when I see franchises that have been sort of forgotten about, like Diablo, or, you know, franchises that were popular on consoles moving to cell phones, and then there's no console versions of these games or newer console versions of these games, that's what really upsets me. That's what really just brings down this experience. So yeah, Alien Blackout, it looks like a shitty Five Nights at Freddy's sort of game. I have no interest in this game now that it's coming to mobile devices. They really screwed the pooch on this, in my opinion, and, you know, I don't want to see anyone fail or anything like this, but I hope it doesn't do well enough to where the company is like, okay, well, we're going to put all of our Alien games on mobile devices. Come back to consoles, make a proper Alien experience. People loved Alien Isolation, and they want to see more of this, not this crap that you guys put out today. But let me know in the the comments section down below what you think of Alien Blackout. Are you willing to give it a chance? Do you think I'm being too hard on it? Do you think that it has a chance to be a decent game? Or do you agree with me and you would have liked to have seen Alien be on consoles like it was, and where it actually did well and people actually got excited for the game and the Alien universe once again? Let me know in the comments section down below, and as always, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, and as always, I will catch you guys on the next video. I think I'm gonna go play Alien Isolation again to dry my tears. Later.